and welcome to this episode of Tech Talks on the Sofa. My name is Märt Ridala, and today I'm going to talk with Henri Kunstmann. Now Henri is an experienced cloud engineer, and he has been playing around with different AI tools on different cloud platforms. So let's see and go listen what his experiences are with different tools, what works and what doesn't. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to this interview with Henri Kunstmann. Welcome to the program, and maybe Henri, as a first step, you can just maybe introduce yourself a little bit.
I've been working in IT over a decade already. My background is in telecommunications. I studied it in Tallinn University of Technology. My first job was in data centers, and I saw the hardware side really closely, how it's done and how the servers work and like that. And after that, I moved to the cloud side, and I have been working in a cloud over 5 years already.
Okay.
My main expertise nowadays is in Azure and data platforms, but my first projects were in AWS, and I have experience in that section as well. And past 1 year or a little bit more, I have been focusing more on security side, learning more about security and like possibilities, what to do there. Before that, of course, I had a general understanding what to do in security domain, this kind of a network security, firewalls and these kind of things. But nowadays, I'm looking more into the application sides and AIs as well.
Okay. So one of the topics we want to cover today is AI in cloud. So what's your feeling about the current market situation when it comes to AI products in different cloud environments?
I can see that they are pushing really hard. They are pushing 100% currently with AI tools. Because if we are looking their blogs, their conferences and this kind of events, then I can say that half of the topics are AI and the other half is security, basically. Okay. Yeah, of course, there are this kind of updates for the regular services, but we can see that they are putting really big effort into developing this kind of AI services. And of course, always you need to put your services in some kind of data centers, the clouds. And of course, you know that in Finland, they have a huge boom.
Yes.
They are building, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 different data centers right now, and
plan more maybe. Yes.
Yeah, even more, and that shows their commitment to this field, and we can see that the AI tools are coming here.
When it comes to keeping yourself knowledgeable about all these topics and the AI and the cloud, so what's your advice, or what do you do to keep up your know-how?
I have many different ways. For example, I'm a big fan of LinkedIn. I have built a really good network there. I have a really good connections who are sharing good news, blog posts, bloggers, and these kind of things. And this gives a really good idea what's going on in the IT field.
Okay.
I really recommend people to build their LinkedIn connections and find this kind of strong authors from there. Other place that I'm using is O'Reilly. O'Reilly books are really, really good to gather new information and understanding the basic terms of IT and AI tools and possibilities. And of course, certificates as well, I do them as well. But if I look into the blogs and vlogs and these kind of things, I gather ideas what I can do, and I have even implemented many this kind of new architectural ideas for my own pet projects, and I have possibilities in my own project folder to implement them, these ideas in the customer sides and offer, hey guys, do you want to try this new kind of approach? Maybe we should try and go this way. It seems like this is right solution for you guys, and this has worked very well. We have possibility to discuss and see what's the things to do there.
So, but I know that you lately also went back to university and got a security degree. But what's your view on proportionally how much your knowledge is from academic world and how much is it self-learning, LinkedIn, O'Reilly books and other things?
I'm a big fan of academics,
okay.
but I feel that the real life comes from still doing yourself and learning from the other people's mistakes or a little bit new things. But the academic gives solid understanding what's underneath it, and you know on the root level how the things work. And the other thing, the academic degree shows that you have a consistency to finish things and to be until the end of the project and push it until the end.
Yeah, I do agree with that. So now if we jump into the AI or cloud service providers and their AI, so we're talking about the three big ones.
Yes, of course.
So Amazon, Google and Microsoft Azure. So what's your advice on how to go about choosing the right platform out of these three or out of the bigger ones overall?
Yeah, this question has been asked so many times from me, and I have thought about that, but maybe it's a little bit better to step a couple of steps back. And if you're talking about AI, last year was a really good presentation on Latitude 59, and there was a topic about cloud adoption and the AI adoption. And they asked the three questions that I would like to ask again from the customer or the company who wants to build a AI or go to cloud. First of all, about AI. This AI that you're going to use, can it make mistakes? For example, are you going to have a chatbot who's going to sell things or something like that? If it makes a mistake or sells your product minus 99%, then you are getting a big loss. And that thing you need to consider, okay, can I have it? Or in medical field, can this AI can make a mistake? Is there consequences or not? And these kind of things. And this is the thing that you need to consider. Other thing is, can it be illegal? Okay. For example, it gives you some kind of illegal succession. For example, in Canada, if I remember correctly, there is some airline whose chatbot suggested how to make a bomb, for example. And now it's in court and the company is getting a huge amount of losses because they need to pay fines for these kind of things. And the third thing, if you're training your AI or planning to go to AI, can it leak out your information, your training materials or these kind of things? And that's the question, for example, how it's trained or this kind of, do you have secrets in there? And if the answer is no, it cannot be leaked, then please consider of using it a little bit different way. Okay. And right now, we can see that many companies are using the AI internally, and because they are like a little bit afraid that this kind of things can happen, and they are using it to make their life easier inside of their company. and training them and hosting them in the cloud providers. But to compare the three big ones, it's a little bit complicated, but on the other hand, easier. For example, let's compare their services. AWS has the most services. They have really huge amount of them, and that gives you a possibility to tailor-made this kind of solutions with your needs. Azure, on the other hand, has a little bit less, but everything that's needed is there and really usable and really good. And Google Cloud, I would say they have the lowest number of services, but everything that you need is there for you. And that's why I would like to say that, for example, the Google Cloud, on my opinion, is more towards startups and this kind of developers to test and try new things and so on. And AWS is like a huge companies, enterprise companies, and same goes to Microsoft as well. To compare their user interfaces, then it's different game, I would say, because they all are customizable, but I would say that AWS is the most difficult to manage. It's really overwhelming, and for the new customers or new people, it's a little bit too complicated. And a little bit too overwhelming, I would say. Microsoft Azure has it little bit more easier to understand. They're most popular ones, or this kind of services that you used lately are on top, and on the left side you have this kind of mainly used services and really easy to see. And Google Cloud is the most minimalistic, and it's really easy to understand what you need. But they are suggesting this kind of a big data and machine learning services on their front page. And
so what's your thoughts on the reliability, or is it equal? Are they all good enough, or is there differences?
It seems like that way, that we haven't heard any outages from AWS. That's really their trademark, I would say. I would say that Azure has a little bit too much. They have had this kind of a big outages, and I have even had the problems with them during the outages. I have had this kind of migration from the customer side, and I have been in really big trouble due to that. And Google Cloud, I haven't heard this kind of big things as well, but the reliability is the AWS trademark, I would say.
Okay. But nevertheless, if you choose any of these, then you cannot go wrong.
Yes, basically you cannot go wrong. They are much better than on-premise, and these numbers are still strong, and you cannot compare with your on-premise things.
Yeah. Now, and you have had some hands-on experience also lately. So, which services or AI services you have been trying out?
Yes, we have our podcast in Estonian, Pilvejutud. And in there, we are testing different cloud services and comparing them and see how they are compared to each other. Nowadays, I'm testing the AI services. For example, now I'm testing their speech to text and text to speech. And my goal is test them in Estonian because it's more interesting. And my tests have been on that point interesting that seems like Google Cloud and Azure are still aiming our region and Estonia, because they have Estonian language support. AWS does not have.
Okay.
If I check, they have like 24 languages. But Azure and Google Cloud, their list of languages were really long. I cannot say how many. My opinion right now, the transcribing, for example, Google Cloud was the best. It understood Estonian. I recorded myself. I recorded radio Estonian and make the audio worse for the computer. And Google Cloud managed it really well.
Okay.
Other thing that I really liked about Google Cloud was on the service, I can see how much money or how much computing time I have spent already. For AWS and Azure, it was more complicated to understand how much time or money I spent for testing currently. The big changes came out from there. Other thing I tested was the computer vision. And I gave pictures and videos and these kind of things, and actually they all came out equally same. I would say it's a little bit difficult to compare which was better or not, but yeah, this is the things that we have tested.
So transcription and computer vision, you would say that computer vision quite equal, transcription Google a little bit better in Estonian language.
Yeah, in Estonian, yes.
Yeah, overall I'm kind of getting the picture that you like Google the most. Is that true? Or?
At this point it was easier to use, and if somebody is considering of joining and the cloud side, always you need to understand or remember that Google is developing Kubernetes, and their cloud has their cloud has the latest and greatest version always running, and they know how to do it, and that's the thing.
So how do you see the development in the next year and coming up months? So
I think we are going to have more specific AI tools. For example, they are launching new services. For example, yesterday I saw a news that there's going to be a Copilot for Kubernetes and these kind of things. And I think we are going to have more specific AIs for healthcare, banking, and these kind of services. Companies are going to start training their own AIs, and I think it's going to be really good for Databricks, Snowflake, because we are training our AIs there, and I think this is going to be a popular tools that's going to be more and more popular. And the news I saw that there's going to be more IoT devices that have AI capabilities and AI on the edge computing as well. I think this is going to be next year big things and things that we are going to discuss.
Some specialization in the domain or industry, then also specialization per company.
Yes.
And specialization in a way that IoT devices will become smarter.
Yes, I think so, yes. Okay. Because NVIDIA is now like producing small computers, especially for IoT devices and on the edge computing.
Okay, thank you. This was a very interesting insight, and let's hope that the progress continues. Well, it will definitely continue. Yeah.
Thank you, Mert.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye.